In a village tucked between green hills, there lived a boy named Ishan. Ishan had a fire inside him, but it wasn't the kind that kept him warm. It was a prickly, hot anger that flared up at the smallest things. A broken toy, a spilled glass, or a game he didn't win. When Ishan was angry, the whole world felt like it was crashing down. Tired of the heat in his heart, Ishan climbed the highest mountain to find the teacher. He found Shiva sitting perfectly still on a flat gray stone near a rushing waterfall. Shiva looked as though he were made of the mountain itself, calm, cool, and unmoving. "I am tired of being angry," Ishan shouted, his voice echoing off the canyon walls. He threw his arms wide and stomped his feet, trying to get a reaction. But Shiva did not flinch. He remained as silent as the deep roots of the trees. Finally, Shiva opened his eyes. They were as clear as the morning sky. He reached beside him and picked up a heavy ceramic bowl filled to the very brim with water. He held it out to Ishan. "Hold this," Shiva said, "and do not let a single drop fall." Ishan took the bowl, but his mind was still racing with all the things that made him mad. His hands shook with the memory of his frustrations. The water wobbled, then splashed over the sides, soaking his shoes and the dry earth. "It's impossible," Ishan cried. Shiva stood up and walked to the edge of a small hidden pond. The water there was so still, it looked like a mirror. "When your heart is shaking like your hands, you cannot hold anything steady," Shiva explained. "The world reflects what you feel inside." "Sit," Shiva commanded gently. Ishan sat. "Now breathe as the mountain breathes, slow and deep. Let the fire in your belly turn into a soft glow." Ishan closed his eyes. He tried to listen to the wind instead of the noise in his head. Moments passed. The mountain grew quiet. When Ishan opened his eyes, Shiva was holding a beautiful blue lotus flower. He handed it to Ishan. This time, Ishan's hands did not shake. He held the delicate flower with a touch as light as a feather. "The anger is a storm," Shiva said, his voice like the rustle of leaves. "But you are the sky. The storm passes through the sky, but it does not change the sky. Remember the stillness you found today." Shiva placed a hand on the boy's shoulder. Ishan walked back down the mountain. The path was still dusty, and he tripped once on a stray root. But instead of shouting, he simply stood up, brushed off his knees, and smiled. The fire was gone, and in its place was a cool, quiet peace.